It's winter in Bluffsburg, VA, so the cold is inescapable, palpable, and still, after living my whole life here, at times unbelievable. It's as humid as it is in the summer, so it feels like you're swimming in cold water. After spending a minute outside, you invariably have the thought, why does it still feel like I'm swimming in cold water? How can it? You think absurdly that it's going to go away at some point, blow over, it's like you're being baked with cold. All the babes hibernate and all the good-looking dudes pair off with them arbitrarily, leaving us uggos to fend for ourselves out in the cold for the duration of the winter. Dads make the same jokes about how they thought there was supposed to be global warming, even though the summers have been hotter every year and the winters are just the same. Same winters, same dads, same jokes. No snow, no sleet, no hail, little ice. Winter here is mercifully brief. It's followed by a several-month period which is less cold but too gray to be called spring. It is typically not winter that is a true test of a relationship, but summer. In winter, it's just too goddamn hot in winter, it's too goddamn hard to get out of the house. It's too hard to get out of the house, let alone find new people to have sex with. You need another same human for insulation. Your apartment won't protect you. You can't move. You need someone to watch Netflix with night after night and drink whiskey. You need to switch off walking 4 blocks to get coffee and oatmeal. You need someone to walk with you the 6 blocks to the Triangle and get coffee and terrible burgers and good fries and wonder what everyone else has been doing for the past 6 weeks. If you can still stand each other when it gets warm out again, get married. Mike says in Berkeley, my friend Mike says that in Berkeley there's usually an uncomfortably chilly breeze while the sun is really hot, so you burn up when you don't even realize it. Today NASA plans on launching an unmanned space thing. It's mentioned... I don't know. It's unmanned. It's mentioned in passing on the news, but footage of it is streaming on the NASA website, and Miss Dia puts it up on the projector. The launch is delayed, and the 2 presenters on the NASA video feed, interns or something, her assistant Jimmy guesses, because they're really young and awkward, become obviously physically uncomfortable because this wasn't supposed to happen, and they don't know what to say. Dia turns the TV off, gets the class's attention, bum-ba-da-dum-bum, and teaches some subtraction. They talk in the teacher's lounge at lunch about it briefly. You remember the Challenger exploding, she asks. How old were you? Yeah, me too. Thank God it was unmanned, but I was still a little worried about showing the footage, you know what I mean? That night Jimmy has to stay after with her and meet some parents. Just this once, she says, with apologetic praying hands and bare teeth, and he says, no, it's all good, I have nowhere to go. If you were to make a graph of Jimmy thinking about wanting to sleep with Dia, the x-axis would begin with their first meeting in the classroom with the fairly innocuous thought that she is attractive and I would like to have sex with her. And if that were a possibility, if there were ever a possibility, which it most likely I realize is not. Were Jimmy's every thought recorded, God forbid, this same thought would have been cataloged as having re-emerged just slightly after every single interaction he had with the woman. After she flashed her amazingly white teeth in a near-winking smile toward him, after asking him for a favor or commenting on a student's behavior, the thought, it is possible that I could have sex with Dia, although I don't know how I would necessarily begin to pursue her in a more active way. Plus, I don't really intend to because I like this job and these past few weeks it's felt good to act something like a mature adult human being. I respect myself a little bit more and I don't want to ruin this, even if I'm kind of bored, and also the increase in self-esteem I get from having a job is sort of a distant cousin to the increase in self-esteem I get from having sex with a person. Came when she put her head on his shoulder for like 2 seconds during an anti-drug assembly. These thoughts are rough translations. His actual thoughts likely sound more like the Tasmanian devil noises, like what's captured here is the sentiment of those noises as accurately as possible. Coming out of that meeting in the incredible cold, Dia sees she left the lights on in her station wagon that morning, and now her battery is dead. Calling AAA and waiting for a jump is not even an option. She has like 6 layers on, and the cold penetrates all of them. The wind is hard and fast and relentless. You can't talk, you can't think. She asks Jimmy to drive her home, and that's when he first thinks, I intend to sleep with the teacher that I'm assisting. When she comes out of her room in pink flannel PJs and starts kissing him after a glass and a half of $3 Chardonnay, he feels something other than excitement and sexual opportunity, other than safety from the coming cold. Something reflected in the fact that he not only stays over every night for the next month, but also carpools with her, gets big into ordering Chinese and pizza and Indian and watching The Voice with her, doing his best CeeLo impression at the top of his lungs to her absolute delight, introducing her to his better behaved friends, cuddling her cat Jimmy Carter, talking seriously about IEPs and which kids have fucked up parents, but also about their own childhoods, their terrible mothers, cats they had. He feels it a great deal, and it's the warmest he's felt in a long time. As they both start feeling asleep, Dio wonders about what happened with that shuttle launch, but neither she nor Jimmy ever end up looking it up. Thanks.